Good morning, YouTube, and once again, welcome back to Pro Vibe Garage. I'm Jamie, there's Mara, and today I got a load of parts that I'm going to start installing. So join me and we'll have a good day of putting in various parts. Got a load of parts. Before I had gotten the cowl to hood gasket seal, if you will. I now have the the hood to radiator support. I've got seatbelt clips that I wanted to work in the rear seat to clip to the floor. They don't catch the aviation style buckle, so I'm going to modify these in another video, make those work. New windshield wiper arms and blades. Today though, I think I'm going to mostly focus on the windshield washer reservoir. Got the pump, got the diverter, I've got the lines, the hoses, and I've got the nozzles. So start working on this, putting that together first. I also have a nice shiny new fuel filler neck. I'll probably put that in soon. So got a good day to go. First thing I get to do, climb into the engine bay. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is the hood to cowl seal. I've already put the clips into the hood, and now just pushing them through the rubber. So center the rubber and push them through, and very gently bend the clip. They do break easy, as I just found out. So I'm giving it ever so slightly a very gentle bend. Okay, so pump for the windshield washer reservoir. There already is a gasket on there, so I took this one off, or a seal, if you will. It is tighter than the one that came on there, so I will just gently screw this on. And then, still waiting in the mail for a filter. Goes inside, that will screw onto the pump. It's like a little screen, keep it in. So that's coming. That will be added off camera later. And comes with the pump. We have a wire I'm going to use as the ground. That will go to the screw and mount to the body to ground the pump. Before I mount that and that, I am going to open the hose kit, see what we got, line them up. Different lengths. So obviously the short one is going to go from the splitter to the passenger side windshield wiper. The medium length will go to the driver's side, windshield wiper, nozzles, not wipers. And then the long one will go from the reservoir to the splitter, which is right here. All right, I do not have a screw for that, so looks like I'm gonna have to run and grab a screw. But it's very simple. A screw, there is a hole. Everything is very easy to follow. But I'll be back with a screw to put that in. Okay, so I went to my box of screws, bolts, nuts, everything that's come off of this car since its original breakdown. Not sure what bolt or nut goes where, so it's pretty easy. I can just use it wherever I want. Now for the splitter. Pretty easy to figure it out. There, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hole there. That will be for this. And then the hose gets mounted to there, just like that. So a little bit of work and get that tightened up. Not much. I don't want to break the plastic. Now for the nozzles. Oh, that's a hard bag. I don't believe it matters what side goes where, but we'll see in a second. They are identical. So it gets mounted through this hole, just like that. That'll get screwed there, and then adjust them through the cowl, which I won't be doing because I don't have a glass in there yet. That will be one of the last things I do to this car, is put a windshield in, and then I can set and adjust my nozzles. So for now, I will connect the hose, slide it on, put it in, and the kit comes with screws and retainers for the driver's side, so that will go there to hold that hose down. For now, I need 2 of these screws for the nozzle. And then I'm going to put it to the splitter. I'm going to cut this here so there's not a whole lot of slack. I don't think I need all of this. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit and I'll be right back. So the kit I got is OER. I did get everything from Classic Industries. Everything that I'm putting on the car, I will link their website to it. But this hood to radiator support gasket is fairly simple and easy to install. It's got the seal and all the mounting hardware that you need. Just find the holes and put her in. That's in. I was never a big fan of this, but the more I thought about it, the more I said, oh, I'll put it in, match the back one. I was worried about what side goes which way, but it seems that people with higher IQs than I figured that out a long time ago. The holes and the clips actually line up a certain way on the hood, so straightforward, pretty easy to figure it out. Okay, so for the hose that goes from the jug to the splitter, I have decided to go with a wire clamp, as opposed to the ones from Classic Industry that look like a gray zip tie. Wasn't thrilled with them. So find a little spot for this to mount here, close it up. And the hole is a little big for it there, but there is a dimple beside it I shall use. One. I already did that one. Make sure it worked. And just going to adjust my hose a little. All right, that part is done. Okay, so front end for now, I've got the washer system mostly installed. My next big thing, got the welder out. I'm gonna work on that hinge mounting point. The weld snapped, causing my trunk to buckle weird, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh yeah, but screwed up all my paint. So eventually, once I get the trunk redone and mounted right, I'm gonna have to sand that Dutchman panel and repaint that, hopefully get it to match. It is a metallic color, probably won't match, but we'll see what I can do. For now, I'm gonna take the trunk off and work on that support. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so I think in a previous video I showed you that this has come loose here. This whole piece here, it got the weld snapped on it. So I'm going to sand that a little bit. I'm going to position it right, and I'm going to tack that back in. Got to protect the stuff in here. Most of it doesn't want to come out anymore. I've built it so it doesn't want to come out, period. There is a way to take it out, but I got to remove everything. So for now, I'm just going to cover it real good and get the welder going. It's not the best, but it is secured back in place. And another thing, while I have the trunk lid off, that I've been wanting to do for a bit, that I'm gonna do now is mark center line and mount my CB antenna. Okay, another thing I want to do is put the seal all the way around the trunk. So get the adhesive out, get my seal, throw that on. Okay, I'm going to do it in stages because I don't have enough clamps to go all the way around. I'll do it to the pinch weld where the two parts come together right there. And then I'll do up here around the corner, then around this corner. So I'm gonna do it in stages. All right, so it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes to dry. It's a silicone RTV gasket maker. It's a sealant adhesive. So hopefully that will stay. It's supposed to be pretty permanent and stay flexible, so hopefully that'll be good enough. I have no idea if I've done this right. We'll see. Maybe I have to redo it again. No idea. If you know anything better than I do, drop a comment, let me know. Other than that, this is done for me for now. I'll put the trunk back together next and then work on those seatbelt pieces. Okay, so I got the trunk aligned as best as I can for now. This hinge got a little bit warped with my initial problems. So I am going to, on the inside of the trunk, ream those holes a little bigger so I can actually get the trunk further that way. Everything's been set up for the old way that it was, and then I bent the hinge. So this side's good. You can see it lines up decent, but too big of a gap up there, and this side quite a bit bigger gap. So I'm going to bring the trunk forward by making the holes a little bigger. And then I've got all this to repair. While putting the trunk in, I used this CB mount to scratch the shit out of my Dutchman panel. Last fall, these were all done from this trunk lid. So I already knew that I had to sand this down and repaint that, and I'm going to pretty soon take the trim off there, sand this, mask everything off, and I will repaint that. I do have paint in that cabinet, lots left over. Now I'm going to start working on the seatbelt catches. So the next thing I want to do is my seatbelt retaining clips, I guess, for the aviation style. They don't fit this. So this is supposed to go under the seat, and then this part can clip to it, hang down over the seat, and clip to the front. It doesn't work with this because I have this, which is a completely different style and size, so it will not work. So what I'm going to do is grab some 16 gauge steel. I will recreate that shape, cut the loop off of this, and screw it onto this and make my own. Should work. All right, so I've used one of the seat belts and traced it out. Now to cut it and see if I can get it to work. Basic shape is cut out. Now I will smoothen it out, get rid of the burrs with my files, and see if it works. All right, see if it'll work. First, quick measurement. It's a little smaller, but let's see if it's gonna work. Locks in, comes out. All right, that works. So now I'll make 2 more of these. But before I do that, I want to show you how I plan to change this. So with this mounts to the front of the seat. This, I am going to put 2 holes through it and mount it something like that and cut this off. I won't need that part. It'll just get in the way. And this, front or back, will take its place, and a couple of little bolts and nuts through this, and I will have a modified seatbelt bracket. Let's get to that. All right, so there is my piece cut out. I actually cut the little sides off here that I had originally, but now I'm going to sand it and polish it up. It is stainless steel, so let's see how shiny I can get this. All right, it is put back together. A couple little bolts, some nuts on there, and here is what it'll do. Lock in and then open. So this will now get mounted to the bottom of the seat, and I'll be able to put my seat belts the way I wanted to. So the pieces that I made will connect to these, and it doesn't look like my car had this before. So I am going to figure out good spots for the single one and the double one, and I will drill a hole and mount them myself. I believe this is where it goes. Hopefully I'm right. I'm not wrecking my leather, but it looks as good a place as any. All right, so there it is. I got the brackets mounted to the bottom of the seat. It holds the pieces of the seat in there. And then the striker part of it is tucked away nicely, ready to go when you need it. All right, so with the rear seat installed, the seat belts in, and clipped into the cleats, I'm gonna call the video here. That'll be the end of this one for now, and I hope I get to see you all in the next one. Check me out on the socials, Instagram and whatnot, at provibe_garage. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that bell, and get the notifications. And thank you all for watching.